Old man Steve here. Just have something to read to you. Letter to the editor regarding William Barr. Barr calls coronavirus lockdowns the greatest intrusion on civil liberties since slavery. Do you think? Barr calls being knocked down, stomped, and set on fire an intrusion on civil liberties. What good are these clowns if they don't speak up for months or do anything about the wholesale violation of constitutional and human rights? Number 2, coronavirus deaths approach 1 million. For perspective, there are approximately 7.8 billion people in the world. Thus far, fewer than 1 million have died of, I call it CV, small case letters. Let's keep it in perspective. Fewer than 1 million have died of CV. 1 million is 0.013% of 7.8 billion. That means 99.99% of the world has survived CV. Considering only 6% of the 1 million died strictly of CV, means odds of dying of CV is well less than 0.01%. For this, authoritarians around the world have destroyed economies and ruined lives by the millions. About 60 million people die every year of all causes. In 2017, 17.79 million died of heart disease, 9.56 million died of cancer, 5 million died of respiratory diseases, 2.5 million died of dementia, and 1.57 million died of diarrheal diseases. Yes, CV is less deadly than diarrhea. The 1968 Hong Kong flu killed at least 1 million people when the population was less than half of today's, making it more than twice as deadly as CV. I happen to have gotten that one and the London flu, and probably all of them. So I know how bad it can be, but how not lethal they usually are. The 1918 Spanish flu killed over 50 million when the world population was 1.8 billion, making it roughly 200 times more deadly than CV. If this were truly about human health and safety, there first would be a national campaign for diet and exercise. It would be illegal to smoke, drink, take drugs, be overweight or sedentary. Obesity, heart disease, diabetes, poor hygiene, and the lack of exercise are killing far more people than viruses. But nobody cares about that. They just want to boss people around and make billions risking lives with dangerous vaccines and extortionate medical treatments for preventable diseases and illnesses. Owing to generations of increasing government dependency, people on the whole don't want to exercise, diet, or work very much. There is no vaccine for fat, dumb, and lazy. Coronavirus is only a test run for the infections and pandemics yet to come. The ruling class is close to rolling out the big one for the grandest total lockdown and abrogation of human rights ever yet seen. Number 3, the Newsome Recall. Hopefully this will succeed. However, it's too late. The damage is done. Never again should people allow anyone to override their unalienable rights. I'm quoting something here. These are rights that all people have at birth. The government does not grant these rights, and therefore no government can take them away. The Declaration of Independence says that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The U.S. Constitution does not mention unalienable or natural rights, but the first amendments to the Constitution list the basic rights of Americans. These amendments are known as the Bill of Rights. The amendments contain many, many rights, including, and this is a short list, freedom of religion, of speech, of the press, to assemble, to complain to the government, to keep and bear arms. How many did Newsom and his ilk violate? The very fundamentals of liberty. This is not quote, this is my writing here. Liberty to move about freely, go to the beach or a park, a place of business, or sometimes to leave home. Life, to run a business and or earn a living. Newsom and government employees exempted, of course. Pursuit of happiness, parks and beaches closed, mandatory masks, social distancing, lockdowns, solitary confinement. The elderly have been so abused, the sick and the elderly, unbelievable, not being able to see your loved ones. Assembly, forbidden in churches. Anywhere else, government imposed social distancing and restricted or forbidden occupancy. Keep and bear arms, compromised by draconian gun and ammunition laws. No politician, no bureaucrat, nobody has the right to order another person how to manage their health, or in particular, order them to wear a health-endangering mask. Everything they've done has made matters worse. Okay, thank you.